Hello, I am JeffCompass. Today we are doing kind of like a commentary on one of the videos that I've done this year. That was one of my most successful videos. Um, this is my first Patreon exclusive content. I don't have a lot of Patrons right now, so who knows? I might be talking to absolutely no one. Like overall, there's one person, but so either way, even if this doesn't last on Patreon forever, and one day I move all my stuff over to a second channel or something. If the Patreon doesn't last, that's kind of why I'm explaining this, giving you this context of it. But I plan to keep it on Patreon for now. Just have it up as some exclusive content. So yeah, this is the devastating road to Pikmin 4. A lot of people actually asked me at the time, how did I get this video out so quickly? Because I got this video out maybe less than 2 weeks between the release of, the announcement of Pikmin 4 and this video. I was able to do it because I've had this, not the full script, but at least most of the outline lying around and how I would do this type of video. It just moved to the front of my list once once the Pikmin 4 was announced. So I'll kind of just go through it. We'll kind of talk it over. I won't pause too much, but like if you want to, watch the whole video, go watch the video. But yeah, let's check this out. Look at my audio.
After a 9-year break following Pikmin 2, the Pikmin franchise felt like it was in sort of a limbo. There were talks of a game coming out for the Wii. Yeah, that didn't happen. But in the build-up, we got new play control Pikmin. A Wii remaster.
There's a small visual glitch there. I'm gonna point it out because it bothers me. One of those things that like you would never notice. It might not have showed up in this render actually.
Now, but where's the new game?
Come on.
Many.
I know when you make long videos and you can't freaking.
New play control.
Basically, if you go back, there's like a little part where I didn't mask this fully. Although I might have fixed this in a revision.
Wii remasters of Pikmin 1 and 2. Yeah, that's cool now, but where's the new game? After many delays, well, it was finally time. Pikmin 3 would release July 13th, 2013 for the Nintendo Wii U.
Not the Wii U.
I swear, the Pikmin series is
so yeah.
Alright.
I decided to use Pikmin 1 long play footage, and you might wonder why. I've been doing YouTube for a while, and I've been doing a better job recently at making sure that I have all of my, gameplay preserved. Pikmin 1, 2019, I just don't have it sitting around anymore. I don't mind long play footage. I use it in my videos quite a bit. I usually give credit. Sometimes if like a creator says I don't care, then I, just make the video a little smoother. I don't concern too much. But yeah, I don't know if anyone really cares that much.
The first two games came out on the GameCube, which wasn't a failure per se, but was Nintendo's worst performing console at the time, until the Wii U, where the third game came out. So basically, all three Pikmin games...
Pikmin's been screwed.
Really appreciate them, at least when the games were initially launched. It really sucks that Pikmin 3 couldn't have just come out on the Wii. It would have done so much.
When I was doing editing for this video, I tried to find so many more of these. These were so rampant when I was a kid. I couldn't find them that much. These are like two of the only ones I found.
Better. If WarioWare's smooth moves can sell almost 2.5 million, anything's possible. That's all I'm saying, alright? Pikmin 3 was originally planned as a launch title for the Wii U and would later be moved to a launch window. And
That's such a dumb edit. I love doing my little dumb edits here.
Even though those are mostly older videos, not up to my quality of standards now.
Yeah. I hate the Pikmin. I don't hate my Pikmin retrospective, but like it did, for my current standards of quality, I don't think it's my best work. It's not bad enough where I'm gonna redo it, but
I'd note that I did do a retrospective of the
I do not like those videos that much.
Picking back up, I'll recap a bit here. Basically, Pikmin 3 looks good and sounds.
So I'm glad this video is like the successful one of these 4 videos.
Pikmin 1 and the freedom of Pikmin 2. There were no longer the dungeons from the second game, and the adventure followed more of a narrative this time. There's a rubber ducky. Pikmin 3 follows
I looked so much for like a better rubber ducky footage. I cannot find them.
And Louie, who have their ship cards. Along the way, getting some fruits that juice at 2 frames per second for their home planet.
It's better on the Switch. They did improve it on the Switch. I don't know if I mentioned that in the review.
In it.
So there was a lot
Okay.
going on.
So small thing I guess I could talk about. Damn it, my camera's in the way. Okay, so if you move me, there's like this little like visual glitch that showed up. It had something to do with the camera. I don't know exactly what it is. Now you're not gonna be able to unsee it. Which disappointed me. I think on most days I would have done a reshoot, but just because it was, a topical video, I was just kind of trying to get this video out a little quicker than I usually do. I don't know how that happened though. I don't think it was my fault necessarily. But it could have been.
That being said,
I mean, it looks fine, It still looks good for the most part. I don't think it's like horrible.
Which made me think, hopefully the next Pikmin game could be soon. Why are you looking at me like that? Do I got something on my face?
I guess the next question following the release of Pikmin 3 is, would we be waiting another 9 years to see a Pikmin game? Don't answer that. It's not going to give you an answer that makes you happy. While 2014 would obviously be way too soon for a new Pikmin game, as in it hasn't been a decade yet, chill out. It's worth noting that Pikmin would continue to be present.
It's another one of those just dumb edits. Like, yeah, does this really add anything to the video? I don't know. I've never heard anyone say they specifically like it or don't like it. That is one thing with these videos, is I never know the right amount of editing. I don't know if people would be cool with more gameplay, or the editing pace is too much these days. I don't know. I haven't gotten too much feedback on it. I like where it's at right now though. I like the dumb edits. Does make the videos hard to produce though.
Have an alternate character that uses the winged Pikmin, rock Pikmin, and Bulbmin.
I still think this should happen.
Dark Pit, but not Louie. The Wii U version of Smash 4 has a new Pikmin.
That's not a joke. I wish Pikmin had another
in Brawl, there was a stage based off of the Forest of Hope named Distant Planet, which came back in Smash Bros. For 3DS. And I hate to say this, but I kind of don't like this stage.
Ninja Star Compass sent me this Brawl footage here.
Pikmin stuff, but a lot of the stages that
for some reason, it was 5 gigabytes. I don't know why. I do appreciate it sending me that. Yeah, I've never liked this stage that much.
That looks like a drug dealer. Want to buy some power pelts?
In all honesty, that's a really nice touch. I forgot if I mentioned this in my original Pikmin retrospective, but Olimar is supposed to be really small in comparison to only about 3 inches or 1.9 centimeters of views of Metro System that actually makes sense.
I don't know what I searched when I was doing the research. That was apparently totally wrong. I've gotten 10 or 20 comments saying dude, you kind of messed it up. I did. I don't know. Can't change history. My bad. I really don't know how I came to it. I think it's kind of funnier.
Pivoting back and forth. Luckily, the hazards aren't too bad this time around. Considering the stage is so giant, you can kind of.
I miss when annotations were a thing on YouTube. I could just put, hey, sorry guys.
There's a bunch of goodies too, like the ship from Pikmin 2 as an item. And as is with Smash games, before they resorted to downloading images off of Google to replace this, a ton of trophies. All the Pikmin types get one. Besides Bulbmin, which get completely shafted for the millionth time.
Yeah, this is not a convincing Photoshop. I'll give you that. With the I don't know why I'm pointing to my computer screen you can see it. That trophy title is so not defined, but it's a fun. I make these gags in my videos a lot where I just put a bunch of stuff on screen. And I almost don't expect everyone to even read it. But if you pause it, you can read it.
It's always ooh, the red Pikmin.
I do wonder this.
You guys just sleep on the Bulbmin too much. It's downright disrespectful. I'm protesting. But yeah, 2014 there wasn't
good protest
in terms of games. Come on, are you clinically insane? But there were 3 Pikmin short films that were released this year and even produced by Miyamoto. You gotta wonder if
I used that in the thumbnail. I think I did.
The Mario movie that's releasing in 2035. The first film.
Dude, I said that I made that joke. They announced the trailer the next few days.
Turn that W upside down. Pikmin fans don't get many of them. We see Olimar making a smoothie of blood.
For a while though, it was that movie was never gonna come out. It felt like that at least.
Nah, just kidding again. It's just the Pikmin carrots. Those are what you can throw into Piklopedia and Pikmin 2. They basically just look like Pikmin. Olimar approaches the Pikmin in the room, and while I think these films are pretty well animated, I don't know what it is, but Olimar just kind of looks off here. Olimar all along just wanted to eat more carrots.
I don't know. He does look off there.
I like this film, but I think it would have worked better with Louie, the guy who ate all the carrots in Pikmin 2 as the main character here. Or the president. I want more of that guy.
One thing I guess I could point out is you might see this. Let's turn my video quality a bit on 480. You might see this and be like, why is the quality of these movies so bad? I did some uploading tests, and it was just getting copyright claims. Although that was with audio, so I might have been able to get away with it. I think technically it falls under fair use, but I really don't like messing with Nintendo, so.
American. We only have the plastic bottles that kill the environment, but I'm pretty sure I've still had this type of drink before.
There are a few people who got mad at me for
saying
saying
getting the marble outside of the bottle. The Pikmin gets inside, tries to get the marble out because he doesn't understand basic physics. I mean, his brain's like 3 atoms big, to be fair, and then he falls down the bottle. His friends, being the noble gentlemen that they are, just
Yeah, I think I could have done a little less blurring though on this. I don't know. I don't want to take the risk, you know.
Think to fill it up with water, but realize the red Pikmin will die. The yellow Pikmin comes running with a fucking bomb, which does seem to work in an overdramatic, slowed-down movie sequence. And then he falls right back inside of it. Oops. Our purple Pikmin decides to hold a chain of Pikmin that extends all the way down.
I was really shocked to see purple Pikmin here.
I love that they included purple Pikmin at all. While not entirely cut from the series.
Like, the short films just didn't have anything from 3.
So it was really nice that they included them at all. I wasn't expecting.
I'm not complaining.
I like this film, but it's kind of just a whole lot of nothing. It's not.
These films were a little boring to cover. I'm gonna be honest. They were hard to make interesting. I don't regret covering them.
The trilogy,
they were definitely necessary to cover, but I'm not really a film critic, funnily enough. Someone who studies film. Especially not animated stuff. But I think it had to be in the video. I don't think it was the best part of this video.
It's still surprising to me that we see most of the Pikmin 2 characters, but not Pikmin 3. You know, the newest.
It's hard to make interesting.
I prefer the OG cast asset, so it's fine.
I'm definitely more of a game critique.
They just show a Pikmin die, by the way. There's a Mario reference too, which is pretty cute. Apparently, white Pikmin have a power where they can melt steel with poison, which I've never seen before. I guess the acid could just like rust it or something. I mean, this could be a pretty unique
new power for Pikmin 4.
Pikmin games. Like I always felt like white Pikmin were too similar to yellow Pikmin, as in here's a hazard, you're the only one who could fight it. But anyways, I'm kind of getting off track on that. A lot of this film is also just watching the Pikmin do stuff. We also see some enemies here.
Yeah, it doesn't help that there's no dialogue in these films, so it's like, what am I really supposed to say? I think I did my best with this. It was a challenge. Definitely was a challenge.
What? I don't really get it. They rip the corpse or something? The Pikmin piss on him to mark their territory? And I couldn't find an explanation. Even on the wiki, the only reasoning is that it could just be a beaten corpse. I guess it's kind of funny. It just caught me out of left field.
Still don't really understand
Pikmin
that.
short films are charming. They're a good comic relief and worth your time. I mean, nowadays they're literally free. At the time of the release, you did have to pay for them. The Wii U would have been in HD, and the 3DS versions existed too.
I remember actually watching them on my 3DS, like 2007, 14. I mean, obviously.
Just like with everything else. Realized about 15 years too late that YouTube is a place actually designed to watch videos. I don't know. I don't have that much to say about them. They're good, nothing mind-blowing.
Yeah, I don't know what to say about the commentary.
No new game was in sight. Miyamoto did confirm in a 2014 interview that the continued presence of Pikmin wasn't necessarily tied to a new game, but them keeping Pikmin around to lay the groundwork for future entries.
A lot of companies do this. This is something to keep in mind if you are ever, like, interested in a product. A lot of companies do this thing where if they're like keeping a social media fresh, they'll probably do something again. That's something I learned very recently. It's a very standard like business practice. Super Monkey Ball, for instance, I'm pretty sure there will be a new game at some point. Just like again, just because they still keep that Twitter very active, and it's kind of a waste of their money to keep someone hired to post stuff. So keep that in mind if you're ever like curious about the state of something. If they're doing posts or clips or polls, there'll be more of it.
Pikmin 4 in development and very close to completion. This article had millions of people confused and caused a homeless crisis. For one, games usually
I love
are
inspect element.
Nintendo. What's weird about this article is we have Shigeru Miyamoto.
What's funny is I actually did make a reaction video to this.
Guys. You see, usually what happens in the game,
in 2015. I did make a reaction video to this, and I was thinking about incorporating that in this video, but I don't know. I can't really watch my old work.
5,000%.
Just from like that era. I don't like it.
But here, no Pikmin 4, everyone. Nintendo seconded him, confirming the announcement. I guess they kind of had to be fair. I mean, what are they going to say? Miyamoto's a damn liar? I watched every direct for the next few years wondering, where the hell is this game? It's almost done, right? 2016 was a disaster for the Wii U. There was only Pokken Tournament and Paper Mario Color Splash. If you guys had a nearly completed game, where was it? Why not release it then? Well, my theory is that this game was entirely designed for the
The only game I played that year is Color Splash, and I didn't like it.
2015 was
I
when
don't
the
like Paper
sequel
Mario
was
nowadays.
indeed close to development under this theory, but a lot of companies around then decided to start shifting their products to the Switch. Even Nintendo's lineup, barring Splatoon around this time, was
very obvious.
And
the Switch was on
Miyamoto,
the way.
God bless him, but he's the type of game designer who was very concerned about a console game design, and that's proven in Star Fox Zero.
One thing I think would be interesting. I don't think I would be the one to do this. It'd be interesting to see someone like kind of like critique Miyamoto, because I feel like nowadays, because I feel like he's not like he doesn't have as many hits these days. Almost, he produces a lot less, to be fair. But like Star Fox Zero is not that good. I've heard rumors that he was responsible for Paper Mario being kind of bad now.
I mean, look at how this game
I'm not saying it's his fault. I just saying I'd like to see someone do a video on that at some point. It would get a lot of hate though. That's the problem. I don't think I'd be the type of person who would do it. Cause I love Miyamoto. He's a great guy, of course. Changed the industry, but
I mean, fair enough.
it's kind of interesting to see where he's at now.
And the following year would kind of prove this theory. GameRant.com, in an interview with Shigeru Miyamoto conducted at E3 2016, would ask him about the status of the project. Miyamoto would state that he was working on Pikmin 4. So, when we're in development, we have to create a list of priorities, and it has been hard to kind of
that's one of those gags where it's like, you have to like really pause to read it.
The list, but we're hopefully starting to see that on the list now. This implies that Pikmin 4 was maybe not even that close to completion. I mean, being in development doesn't make it seem super far along, but regardless, it seems like Nintendo just wasn't treating it as the immediate priority. I think this interview,
because they weren't. They definitely were not.
Pikmin was at the time was probably the most honest interview we saw regarding Pikmin 4.
I don't want honesty. I want to pretend like Pikmin 4 is coming up.
This is the first video. I keep pointing at my screen. It's the first video they got the Pac-Man statue, by the way. It's not, you could buy that. It's not like it's like that rare or anything. But I got it in the giveaway. So I love it. I look at it every day.
Just wasn't a priority for Nintendo.
Makes me happy.
They had a new console on the way.
So they made a boring spin-off instead.
Alright, let's talk about this one.
So, play the video a little bit.
God, I don't get paid enough for this. Hey!
I talked about this a little bit in the video. I'm going to talk about a few things I've thought about Hey Pikmin, doing the review at some point. So I'm saying it right now in the video. 2019, I was preparing to make a video about it. I was pretty much just going to make what I did here, like a 4 to 5 minute video with either 3DS phone footage or just use like trailers and stuff, which is sort of what I did here, but I used Hollow's footage. That's really funny, by the way. Scribblenauts has 10K views there. Scribblenauts, yeah, that's crazy. Nowadays it blew up since this video. It's kind of funny, but sorry, not relevant. I totally screwed myself up there. But yeah, I was basically just gonna do what I did here with other people's gameplay, perhaps. But I've always thought maybe one day. I don't think so though. I think this is pretty complete. But I've always thought there might be a chance that one day I'll do a more comprehensive deep dive. Every time I've played it, I just don't think it's that interesting a game. And that was one thing I struggled with this review as well. Was that I felt like I kind of had to do a more by the books look. Like I don't know. It's a boring game. It's not even a bad game, but it's just a boring game. There were a few things in this video that I definitely struggled to write about. For one reason or another. I think I did a good job overall, and I've gotten really good praise for this video by friends and people who commented. But that's one thing with doing a retrospective on anything. Is there's going to be games you don't like, and there's going to be things that you think are boring, but you want to cover the whole series. It's kind of when I reviewed Monkey Ball Deluxe like 2 years ago. I think that was one of my worst reviews of modern times, at least. Just because I didn't really want to make the video, because I was like, I already reviewed 1 to 2, and yeah, I don't know. But the thing is, I'm always wanting to do more Pikmin content, and technically, Hey Pikmin could be like a deeper dive on that. It could be a choice if I ever got a capture card for a 3DS and a 3DSL in the game, which adds up on money a lot.
like, yeah,
So maybe.
made by another
I don't
developer.
think it'll happen anytime soon. But I'm always thinking of new videos I can do for
And also
Pikmin
Pikmin
content.
Park, where your Pikmin
And
can
I have a
fly
few
through the
ideas in my
water using
head
far more sparkly. That's a
that
really neat
we'll
side mode. Like, this game
we'll
was a
see.
pretty good idea. It's not
Obviously
just
next year I'll have
that
Pikmin
things
4
overall really
coming out
repetitive
at some
in my
point, and that'll
opinion.
be a video that
You
comes
know,
out next
levels
year.
all felt the same to me, and the gameplay loop
But
felt
beyond
like
that,
reading books.
before
It's
that,
a fantastic
I don't know. I'd like to do another
presentation
Pikmin
with
thing.
brilliant side modes and all the fan service.
I wish I could do an iceberg, but people have already done that.
I think it's because there's no real-time strategy.
I've had friends suggest to me reviewing some ROM hacks, maybe, and that's not a bad idea.
30 days, Pikmin 2 had the RNG cave you could never memorize, and 2 and 3 had multiple captains.
But yeah, I don't like Hey Pikmin that much.
Once. You don't have any of that.
You can tell by me ignoring this part of my review, just kind of explaining why I've done it in this form.
Overall is G-Robo Ziplash, a 3D game converted to a 2D game.
And that's kind of why I made this video in general. There's a lot of things that I don't think make for an individually good review. Hey Pikmin, Pikmin Bloom, and Pikmin 3 Deluxe. You know, making 3 separate videos that are all like 4 to 5 minutes of content, maybe a little more. It's like, this is the only way I really saw myself doing it. And as I said earlier in this commentary, that's why I had an outline for a while. I hope you guys can hear me over me talking, by the way.
And in 2022 now, Pikmin 4 has been announced, of course. Well, let's just pretend we didn't know about that for a second. Or pretend like Pikmin 4 is completely unrelated. Was this the Pikmin game Miyamoto was talking about?
Nope. This is something.
Miyamoto and Pikmin. And here it's very clearly outside.
It's not like Ninja Star tried to convince me for a while. Was that Hey Pikmin was Pikmin 4? I never thought it was.
The only argument I could see for this was maybe Miyamoto
I just didn't see it.
talking about, Pikmin 4 at all and just a Pikmin game, period. Because if you look at the classic, oh my god,
Here's that Pikmin 4 video I
the
made.
website seems to have named it Pikmin 4, but all we see directly quoted from Miyamoto is actually very close to completion and
It is interesting though. This is interesting.
next one. In defense of the first argument, Nintendo themselves did confirm it was Pikmin 4. The 2016 article only shows that we're working on it. But Pikmin 4 is in brackets, meaning that
Some of my images I use in my videos, it seems to be a rendering glitch. Some of my images just don't look right for some reason. I have a lot of rendering issues. Like, there's been 2 videos this year that lost audio multiple times every time I try to render it. It is what it is. Until I can get a better computer, it's just kind of some of the technical aspects I gotta deal with. Overall, as a creator, I don't try to worry extremely about some of those small things. If some of the audio's a little off, or an image looks bad here or there, it is what it is. You're not always gonna be happy with a video. You're just not. And I like getting content out. So as long as it's 95% good, that's good enough for me. It's always been kind of my mentality. But I still try to keep the quality as good as I can. Definitely didn't.
2018 would come and go, and in general, it was kind of a weird year for the newest Nintendo console, the Switch. Not much was coming out besides some ports and filler titles until December 2018, which gave us Super Smash Bros. Ultimate, the biggest and best Smash game to date. I remember watching the review, and this was easily one of Nintendo's biggest and best game releases of all.
I usually like the whole biggest and best twice around there. That's a slight script mishap. Usually I'm good at getting that out. This is so lame, dude. I agree with this. Obviously I agree with this. It's me. It's me right there.
But yeah, other than that, there isn't much to say. He's mainly the same character as Smash 4. Some stages return and mostly the same songs.
Yeah, they pretty much did nothing for Pikmin.
And there are a lot of Pikmin spirits which replace the trophies, but not too much worth pointing out. There is one more thing we can kind of talk
Yeah, if it wasn't for this classic mode review, there would pretty much be nothing to talk about for Ultimate. Smash 4 is not that good. It really was. You hear how argue this section is completely irrelevant and pretty much just fan fiction. People got mad at me for this one,
At first, I really didn't understand this,
which
and
is
it's a
fair.
bit of a stretch in my opinion. But according to the Kirby wiki, Kirby lives in his dome-shaped home in Green Bay.
It's fair. So, like, thinking about it now, he does ride in the Warp Star a lot and goes to space. This was a lot of the comments, and I'm never too upset with comments that are criticizing or pointing out errors. And, I appreciate all types of feedback. It's probably something I just should have thought through a little bit more.
Planet Pop stuff. Come on, it's like counting Earth as. I mean, it is a planet, but like, you don't think of Earth when you think.
But like the thing with Kirby though is it's so bright, happy that it's just like it just doesn't come to my mind. It's like this is a space game. It's just not something I think about.
I think that what they are implying here is that we're on a station, and in the next stage we grab land as we have the first. Oh, nice touch. That was intended. Here we fight.
Had to have been.
I'm all for that. I hate elves. Stupid Elmer wannabe. Oh, the last fight is.
Yeah, I'm not an elf. I'm not an elf fan.
You just fight faster and crazy, man. But I didn't want to leave you hanging, wondering what happened. Like Miyamoto, because we still didn't know where Pikmin 4 was.
There's nothing. Okay. One thing that I did think about doing was talking about the things I missed along the way, like Nintendo Land. I've had a few people comment that I didn't review the Nintendo Land game and the Pikmin, or at least I am realizing I didn't do the Pikmin e-reader cards. But this video spans 2013 to 2022, so it just didn't come out around then. But I might do a video on the road to Pikmin 3 at some point. I've been thinking about that as well. There'd be those two things, and Smash Brothers Brawl technically, and I could do some subspace reviewing. But I don't know. It's something I'm thinking about.
This to me, I kind of took as a death sentence for Pikmin 4 because you're so close to completion on it.
This is the time I definitely gave out.
Well, I guess we should take a look. I've already reviewed Pikmin 3, so we're not going to be looking in depth at the actual game again, but I'll be talking about what changed here and what was added. The big draw to this game is that they added 2 new mini
So,
East Volleyball.
out of the 3 games that I had to review for this video, this was definitely the main feature, and I almost view this video as almost a Pikmin 3 Deluxe video with a lot of stuff added. Kind of like how ABG ended videos, he would do like one main game and then maybe review a few smaller ones along the way at the early beginnings of the episode. So kind of like that, but the ratio of like Pikmin 3 Deluxe to the rest of the video is like 20 to 80, so debatable. But this is definitely like the biggest part of the review, and I think I could have made a video on this game by itself. And arguably I should have, but I didn't. I actually didn't play this that much until the review. I did like halfway, but it was just kind of a video that was always on a back burner, so I never was like rushing it to get it done or anything. Yeah. So that's one thing I do. I'll point this out. This is a Patreon, but I also say what game I'm doing next on Patreon. The next video after this was Luigi's Mansion. I always, or at least mostly always, try to add an Easter egg to my next video, hinting it. I technically did in my Luigi's Mansion video, but I ended up having to delay the video that was coming after that, so pattern breaks here or there, because you're not always going to know what video's coming out when. But majority of the time, I do always add some Easter eggs. And this video's Easter egg. If that fact ever gets out there, I'll have to make them a little more hidden. Ultra mode is the type of thing where it's like, I probably should have played it, but when you're making a video and you, like, under a certain amount of time, when you beat, normal Pikmin 3, you're not in the mood to do another playthrough. You're just not. So I didn't. Sorry. I'll play it at some point, though. Excuse me. I think most of the controls work fine here.
Motion's my favorite capture. This took me forever to get used to. I don't think it's bad, but it's not intuitive either. Then again, I'm probably just very used to the original controls. Like, I was not associated well with these controls my entire playthrough, even towards the end, I didn't get a hang of it. When you charge your Pikmin, only the
It's
current
awkward.
type will be
It works.
I like this change a lot.
I think it's better for people who did not play the original Pikmin 3.
Electric wall, for instance, as long as you have your yellow Pikmin out front and then charge, only they know what's happening. It's a nice quality of life change.
This is a good.
Quite a few notes that did make the game
It's a good thing. I think I like the
files that you can pick up throughout the adventure.
swarming feature from Pikmin 1 and 2 a bit more. Was it even in 1? I really don't remember for some reason. I think it is. I've not played Pikmin 1 or 2 since the videos I made, I think I played Pikmin 2 since then.
Yes, I wanted you to stop. Don't give me those eyes. Don't do it. You've talked about this. I don't know if this counts as a quality.
I like that show.
In fact, it's debatable the opposite. But certain fruits ain't simply cheese with
People apparently said to me that this wasn't, that I got this wrong,
no longer cheesable. Before you could just lock them on.
and that I seem to keep pressing X, but it wasn't working for me. Okay? So maybe I'm doing something wrong. It's certainly not as easy as it was in the original Pikmin 3. At least for me, that's my experience. I hate games that do this. Every game does this these days. Pisses me off. So stupid. If you go back and replay that, so that hint button, I just recreated in Photoshop or Paint on it. I don't use Photoshop. It's one of those things where I could not get a good screen cap of that button. And a trick I've learned as a filmmaker, video creator, whatever, if something's super quick, you're not gonna overthink it. Unless you pause the video and like analyze it. It's just a visual trick. So. Oh, excuse me. I was a little disappointed they just copy and pasted Olimar and Louise. A little bit. It wasn't that big of a deal. But it was a little bit like, eh. Dude, I always get the fruits in Pikmin 3. I always do. I gotta do it. This is a lot better. I love this DLC pack. Not DLC, but Pikmin 3 Deluxe pack, I guess. One of the two stories. I think it's a much better story scenario than the first one. Yeah, I'm saying that in the video.
This one was really fun. They actually kind of scared me with that first stuff, and it's a lot harder this time around to get platinum. Yeah, like this still uses terrain from the first release too.
This is good. I do want to go back and go for platinum on these one day.
My favorite thing though about the new campaign editions is that we get to see Olimar and Louie in action. There are plenty of references to the prior Pikmin games, and the president even talks to the new two editions. And this to me is what Pikmin 3 was missing. I hate to be mean, but the captains in that game have the personality of a walking machine. Olimar and Louie,
I've never liked the captains in Pikmin 3 that much. But it might be nostalgia bias. So I loved being able to play as them again. It was great. God. What is Rare done? Not Rare. What has Retro Studios done in like 10 years? I just gotta ask yourself that.
But while 3 Deluxe is nice, I think it only further cemented the question. What the carrot is happening with Pikmin 4? Like, is this a tease? Are you prepping us for a new Pikmin game next year or something?
That acting is a little off. This is actually my reaction. I was not happy, dude.
For me, I don't want to dox myself.
I can't use iOS footage that much. I had this. I used a little bit in one of my original drafts of this video, but for some reason I use iOS screen recording footage. My computer just does not like it, so kind of stopped.
So yeah, this is another mobile game with similar technology. Also, I question why they bothered signing on to this. They walk around in real life. All these requiring an internet connection. And then eventually you can walk with Pikmin. Thinking about it now, Nintendo's always had an odd fascination with walking games. Like Pokemon Earth Gold and Soul Silver having all separate.
I had that as a kid. I actually had that as a kid. Fun fact. Didn't use it. Didn't really see the point. But I haven't played Pikmin Bloom that much. It's not really my. Like, I don't know. I'm a type of gamer who likes, sitting down with the controller. I'm not saying this game's bad. It's not even a bad game. It's not even really a game, but it's just kind of not my thing. That was just a toxic segment of my video.
Pikmin Bloom updates will continue throughout this year. An outstanding, that's fine, from the fan base. I think most Pikmin fans had given up hope by it, in part because
I don't even know why they do Pikmin Bloom. Like, I don't get the motivation behind it. It doesn't make that much money. It can't. Unless it's just to announce Pikmin 4, like, advertise it, which is what I hinted in the video.
They're doing things with the Pikmin franchise. They could be laying groundwork for a new game. Something could be coming. Pikmin 3 Deluxe and Bloom be setting that stage. And just when not a single quote-unquote insider had found their
Right there, that little avatar is a reference to an anonymous user who DMs you in Pikmin 2. Or DMs. Emails you. This was painful. I wish I recorded my reaction. Cardno recorded. I was in a voice call with him, but he like muted all my swears, so it's not really that fun. Yeah, I get to know what customers I have each day coming in. It's like an appointment-based job, so I knew no one was going to be there today, so I was like, I'm watching Pikmin at work. I think it's a new captain, but who knows? Could be anything.
But yeah, it's a year out minimum, so our wait is irrelevant. We can't really critique this too in depth. Arlo might disagree though. Hopefully this doesn't get delayed or Miyamoto doesn't change his mind and the source code gets leaked or something catastrophic.
That's a reference to GTA 6. Which made me sad that it was leaked because I thought at the time the game was going to get cancelled. But it seems like it's going forward still.
Pikmin, while being pretty inactive, never really died completely. Nintendo did keep the franchise somewhat alive, even if it's just kind of a back burner series for them. I think we can grow this another time. This just in from Miyamoto. Pikmin 5 is close to completion and is ready to release soon.
So yeah, I think this is one of my better videos this year. It's a little rough around the edges at parts. Rendering was kind of a problem. Like some of my images didn't look that good, but I think it was a good video. The only question from here for me is how do I bring Pikmin back again to my channel? Because this is coming back after 3 years of just not reviewing the topic. So I don't know. I'd like to bring it back. I'm thinking of ways to do it next year besides just doing a Pikmin 4 review, which I'll just do because Pikmin 4 and it's a new game and all that. So we'll see. I might put out a community poll soon, asking maybe some ideas. But yeah, that's just kind of my commentary. Hope you enjoyed the first Patreon exclusive upload. To anyone who subscribed, almost no one, except for my one Patreon. Hope you enjoyed the video if you watched it, which I don't know if you did. But just anyone in the future who comes across this, thank you for watching. And I will see you guys with a new video soon.